As the name suggests, the outline stitch is great for making nice and clean outlines. It's one of my favorites for smooth lines. Now before you begin with any stitch, I would just take a second to make sure that your needle is only going through the first layer of the fabric if you're working on a t-shirt. Now to begin the outline stitch, bring your needle up through the fabric at your starting point. Re-enter through the fabric, and before threading all the way through, bring your needle back up halfway along that stitch, right on the line. Pull through gently and repeat. Each new stitch after the first stitch starts in the hole left by the previous stitch. So there we go. I'm going to re-enter where that last stitch ended in the same hole, like so. And a good tip for the outline stitch is to make sure that your thread is always on the same side of the line as you go. This is to keep the flow smooth and even. When I reach the end of my outline stitch, I like to make a shorter stitch here, leaving a small gap at the very end of the line. When I reach the end of the line, I just do a simple forward stitch and go all the way through. I find that this gives me nice clean lines for edges. And then I just restart my outline stitch right there, re-entering at the point where the last line stopped, pulling it through and then coming back halfway through that stitch, and of course keeping my thread on the same side of the fabric. Continue that into the next stitch, popping back up where that last stitch ended. Here's an example of the outline stitch being worked through a smaller, more detailed line. For this pumpkin, I'm using 2 strands of embroidery floss. As I'm going around curves, I take care to make sure that the stitches are a bit shorter than I would usually make them. As I go around the pumpkin, you can see that the thread is always on the same side of the needle, even as I'm going around the shape.